Imagine buying your dream house, only to discover someone else claims to own its soul. A mysterious figure, watching your every move. Welcome to 657 Boulevard, the most disturbing house in New Jersey's history. The year was 2014. Derek and Maria Broaddus had just purchased their dream home in Westfield, New Jersey, 657 Boulevard. A beautiful colonial-style house, 6 bedrooms. A quiet, wealthy neighborhood, the kind of place where nothing bad ever happens, or so they thought. Just days after closing the deal, before they even moved in, Derek checked the mailbox. There was a letter, no return address, handwritten, cold. Dearest new neighbor at 657 Boulevard, allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood. It was signed, The Watcher. At first it felt odd, but then came the chilling words, 657. Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now, and as it approaches its 110th birthday, I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. The writer knew details no outsider should. The layout of the house, the names of the Broaddus children, even their nicknames. The fear began to crawl in. Soon more letters started arriving, each one darker, more personal, more threatening. Do you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested? I see you've already begun renovating. That displeases me. The Watcher claimed to be observing from somewhere close. Too close. Who sleeps in the bedroom facing the street? I'll know as soon as you move in. The Broaddus family felt they were being watched, every single moment. Derek contacted the police. They were stunned, but had little to go on. No fingerprints, no cameras, no witnesses. The family hired private investigators. Even a former FBI profiler got involved. His analysis? The writer was likely an older person, intelligent, angry, and possibly living nearby. But that's all they had. Theories. No proof, no arrest, no face. The threats became more sinister. Maybe a car accident, maybe a fire, maybe something as simple as a sickness that never goes away. The Watcher seemed obsessed and unpredictable. The Broaddus family was paralyzed with fear. They refused to move in. The house became a haunted prison, not by ghosts, but by words. Eventually, the family gave up. They put the house on rent and moved away. But the story didn't end there. Suspects were questioned. Neighbors were eyed with suspicion. Some people even accused Derek and Maria themselves, claiming it was a hoax to get out of an expensive purchase. But no one could prove anything. The Watcher was never found. The letters stopped, but the legend never died. 657. Boulevard still stands, but its silence is louder than ever. And perhaps, just perhaps, the Watcher is still watching.
In the dim basement apartment, long shadows dance across the moldy walls, revealing the stark reality of Ronit's humble existence. Ronit, a young Indian immigrant, struggles to erase the past, scrubbing at a stubborn stain that seems to resist his every effort. In a hidden recess, Ronit unearths an old calendar, its pristine pages marred only by violently scratched-out Wednesdays, hinting at a dark obsession. With a mix of curiosity and dismissiveness, Ronit mutters, "Someone really hated Wednesdays, huh? Whatever." In the dead of night, Ronit awakens with a gasp, as if escaping the clutches of suffocation. The apartment door yawns open, an unsettling invitation to the unknown, defying Ronit's meticulous habits. A discarded calendar page, stained with a blood-like smear, ominously marks Wednesday, March 3rd, 2021. Distant sirens wail through the night, casting a mournful shadow over Ronit, foreshadowing a tragedy he cannot yet comprehend. In the dead of night, every Wednesday, Ronit is haunted by the relentless appearance of a calendar page marked with a scratched-out Wednesday, a chilling omen of impending doom. As weeks turn into a terrifying cycle, Ronit spirals into despair. Each passing Wednesday marked by the tragic loss of someone he knows, intensifying his desperate struggle against the unseen forces. Driven to the edge, Ronit's frantic attempts to escape the inevitable lead him to barricade himself, only to find the haunting page reappearing, mocking his efforts and amplifying his isolation. Rejected and dismissed by the authorities, Ronit is left to confront his terrifying reality alone, his sanity teetering on the brink as the inexplicable events continue to unfold. In the dimly lit basement apartment, Ronit, gaunt and sleep-deprived, is haunted by the relentless approach of another Wednesday. Surrounded by the remnants of his failed defenses against the curse, Ronit's despair deepens as he confronts the stark reality of his dwindling options. The calendar page looms before him, a stark reminder of the impending doom that threatens to engulf him. In Ronit's dimly lit apartment, shadows dance across the cluttered space, hinting at a frantic search. Amidst the chaos, Ronit hunches over his laptop, his face illuminated by the screen's glow as he plunges deeper into his desperate research. The air hangs heavy with a palpable sense of dread, amplifying the tension as Ronit races against time. In the dimly lit apartment, Ronit steps into a world veiled in secrets, where the scent of incense hangs heavy in the air. Mrs. Galinsky, her face a map of time and wisdom, greets Ronit with a knowing smile. With chilling certainty, Mrs. Galinsky declares, "The calendar, it has a history, a dark one. It chooses its victims, child." The old woman's words cut through the silence. "And it has chosen you, Ronit." Armed with only a candle and a kitchen knife, Ronit descends into the abyss of a foreboding basement. The flickering candlelight dances ominously on the walls, a macabre ballet of light and shadow, as Ronit forsakes his lifeline to the outside world, embracing isolation and fate. The heavy door slams shut, sealing Ronit in a tomb of absolute darkness and silence. As the lights flicker, signaling a descent into the unknown. In Ronit's apartment, a chilling silence permeates the empty space, where every trace of life has vanished without a struggle. The landlord's gaze falls upon a new calendar, each Wednesday marked out in red, a haunting premonition now fulfilled on a crimson Friday. The landlord's disbelief twists into horror as he discovers the calendar. The unknown looms,